Hey everybody, welcome to the Token Nerd Podcast, where we ramble on about geeky things, ranging from Tommy to Zordon to Alpha 5. I'm Anthony Pettiford.
And I'm Travis Lykins.
All right, we're here with episode 31, but this is actually a special episode because this isn't just the 31st episode. It is the second episode of the Mighty Skeptic Power Rangers Rise of the Zords. All right, well, all right, so yesterday the new promo posters were dropped for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reboot, and as like the new status quo is, they've released 5 posters, one that points out each ranger and each, there was one for each ranger with a lightning bolt over their face. There was one of, maybe that was the only.
That was the only one before.
Yeah,
this
and then
is the second
they did
one.
the whole group one. Okay.
Yeah, this is the second one.
Well, they've just released a brand new poster, or several posters, and it shows off each individual ranger, but each ranger is now posing
In a very awkward position.
Zords.
And many of them are in awkward positions.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting that last episode we talked about how, or at least I said that I will start judging this movie based on how the Zords look.
And I called it. They look like Transformers.
Well, see, you can say called it, but that's like, hey, there's going to be a storm, and I'm pretty sure it's going to rain. Well, yeah, duh. we knew this was going to be ridiculous. But let's focus in on the idea. So the main focus will be the Zords.
What are Zords?
Yep. So
you may ask.
Yeah. Well, in the original TV series, the Power Rangers controlled, sometimes they say drove, but they had these colossal robots that they would pilot and would face off against the giant monsters whenever Zed or Rita, do the magic wand or shot lightning at them. They grew.
It's a very, very Japanese thing.
Yeah. And so ultimately, all these different colossal monster robots form together to form a humanoid giant robot
Called
a Megazord.
Man, this is amazing.
But Zords obviously were named by the creator Zordon. So my question that I couldn't understand, because I looked it up, was, is it alien technology or is it alien magic? Because Rita's magic. She's a witch, a space witch. So is Zordon a magical being from space?
I think he just borrowed them.
Borrowed them?
Yeah,
he just put my name on stamp.
Well, he just got them from somewhere. Like he was just like, okay, well, kids, these are called Zords. They'll never know. I just borrowed these things. No, maybe they're all from the what was the mechanical people in the later series?
Oh, the Machine Empire.
Yeah, maybe they're from the Machine Empire.
Well, who knows? But over the series, you see the main Rangers get their Zords, and then they add on with Titanus, and they get the Dragon Zord, which comes later on with the Green Ranger, and then they get
Turtle,
whatever the turtles.
Thunder Zord, and Tortoise. Torterus. Yeah.
But basically, you could just keep getting more and more Zords, and then they make them stronger. So the more robots that connect together, the stronger it gets. Even though, like, when the Megazord, the Mega Ultra Zord, is when the Dragon Zord forms on top of the Megazord, and then that goes in top of Tortanus, and they cannot move.
Titanus. Yeah, you said Tortanus.
Oh, I mean, I'm looking at just every single classic Power Ranger. But anyway, it's
basically
it's very Japanese kaiju giant robot. I mean, that's what it is.
It's basically, how big a monster can I make, and how can we have more firepower to shoot at the monster?
My question is, how is there still an Angel Grove after you have anything
very,
to roll
very
up?
carefully.
So, but with that being said, let's stop and take a look at each of these posters real quick, because
wait, back to this question. Better question is, how did Bulk and Skull survive all this?
Bulk and Skull are troopers.
They're actually probably magic.
Bulk is. Bulk's more durable. Because I think he shows up. Because in Turbo they team up with that professor to look for aliens.
Oh God!
And then
they
go onto the space shuttle, and they find out that Skull overslept and didn't make the ship. I remember that.
Oh God!
All right,
they really should have just did away with those characters. Like, how are they? They were there longer than anybody else, right?
Yeah, they were the longest running characters.
How? Nothing to do with the show.
They were the comedic relief. I mean, they were even in the newest series, the Power Ranger Samurai. Bulk was in it. Was Skull's son. He was teaching to be a samurai.
Man, I wonder what else he did with his career.
Skull?
Yeah, Vulcan Skull.
I think he did something else. But see, we're asking questions that we can't answer.
all I want to know is, are they going to be in this movie?
I've been waiting for the Vulcan Skull.
They were in the first Power Ranger movie, right?
Yeah. They've been, were they? Yeah.
Yeah. They better be in this movie.
But I've just been, we are waiting for the casting of Vulcan Skull. I mean,
Seth Rogen and James Franco playing.
Shoot. That would be really funny. But no, so we're going to go break down each poster, even though there's not much to break down. We'll kind of go with our pros and cons as we're going through.
Pros and cons.
We get a lot of, not from other people, but people that we know have said that we are very negative. That we just come down hard on the Power Rangers. So I want to prove them wrong. And let's be fair. Let's not let our personal feelings get in the way. But when you see a car wreck, call it a car wreck. Fair? All right, so the pterodactyl is a piece of shit.
Well, I just don't understand why it's so big. That's what I don't get. Why is it so big? I mean, granted, maybe these photos aren't to scale. Or maybe they are. I don't know. But it was considerably smaller than all the other Zords. So why is this one so big?
All right, so like I said, we're going to start with the Pink Ranger pterodactyl. So we have Naomi Scott, and she is posing on top of her pterodactyl. Granted, you don't see the full Zord. And we're not really sure what part of the Zord she's sitting on. Because later on, we'll look at other Rangers, like the Red Ranger sitting on the tail of the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's a pterodactyl anymore.
Well, it has to be a pterodactyl. It looks like she's on no, because that piece that goes down looks like it's the neck, or it's getting ready to fold up. Like those are the wings, like it's part of the Zord. What if that's what it is? These are all pictures from the Zord. It's already part of the Zord.
But then the rest of the Zord would be behind it.
I mean, it might be pointing out a little bit. That's why the top piece is flipped down, because it's probably already on the chest. And also, we don't know if this is going to be, later on we're going to talk about how the Megazord looks, how, all 5 figures or all 5 Zords have to form into the Megazord, whereas the Mastodons, the arms, and the saber-tooth tiger and Triceratops Rex, Triceratops are the legs, and the bulk of the body is the T-Rex and the
You're so bad at this.
I am. I'm struggling. Well, help me out,
Have you ever
sir.
seen this show?
Once. But no, so I'm starting to think that this is a picture of them all connected. That would make sense on why this doesn't look like a pterodactyl or any part of the pterodactyl that I've ever seen.
Yeah, but then the saber-tooth tiger, she's clearly standing on the back leg of it. So that's not a part of the thing.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah. I mean, the Blue Ranger, the Blue Ranger, it could be in foot mode. I could see that.
Yeah,
And then, I mean, the Mastodon potentially could be in shield mode because he's standing on the horn. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I want to point out that
the Tyrannosaurus Rex is clearly not in Megazord mode.
No, that's fair. Okay, I was wrong. But
this happens a lot.
For something that if I was going to produce, like I put pictures on our Instagram page, and they're made amateurly. Like it's an amateur, Photoshop image.
Yep.
This is supposed to be professional. This is like a fan made it. At least the saber-tooth tiger is what I'm looking at right now. Like I saw better graphics on the Zoids.
It's like they're trying to have like a big reveal, but I don't know that anybody's like super interested. Like
no, and
because I mean, like again, we love Power Rangers, but I don't know that I'm interested.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand so I'm looking at the saber-tooth tiger. So this is the leg, obviously.
Yeah.
Why
is she standing on a leg?
Well, it looks weird. So it's like the joint is out like this. So it's
the hind legs go like they're like a cat. They go like this.
Yeah, I get that.
That's a hind leg.
But
it makes sense.
But to me, it looks like you're
looking at it like here's
it's sideways.
This is its butt right here, and this is the leg coming down.
Okay. That just seems weird to me. That doesn't seem.
That's how it stands.
Okay, I get that. I'm just saying that in this image, don't blame me. Let's blame the image. It's not clear.
No, it's clear. There's this butt.
It looks
and it
weird.
goes like this.
It's molded and it's weird. That's all I'm saying. I don't like it.
This one I think is all on you. Normally I'm not defending you at all, but
no, you're right. You never defend me.
But this one is all on you. That's its butt and that's its leg, and it's standing the way it should.
You know what? So how long have you been on Lionsgate's payroll? Are they at least paying you better than me?
Yeah, they are.
All right, we'll move on.
Look, I mean, there's this little hind claw, like to tear things up with, and that's its front of its foot, and that's how its leg goes down. You ever seen a cat's leg?
Wait. So this is the front of the foot over here.
Yeah, and that's the back claw.
Okay, well, I'm looking at it backwards. Why would she be standing on the back of it?
I just said that's its butt.
Okay, well, no, I get it now. Now it makes sense. That should have been more clear.
It was clear to me.
Well, you know what? Well, you're weird. I'm just saying that it. Why would you take a picture?
You used to live with a cat. That's how a cat's leg moves.
I had a fat cat. I never saw its legs. Its stomach hung down to the ground, and it sat most of the time.
Okay, so back to before we got stuck on this cat thing. What do you think of the overall aesthetic of the Zords so far? Even though we can only see small pictures, the overall like colors and
I like the fact that they're still color coordinated. I was worried that we weren't going to have
just a silver ball.
Yeah, it was going to be very much like. Well, you can even see that there are a bunch of scratches. They did the whole Michael Bay look where they're all battle tested, and
the Zords in the show are never battle tested. They get burnt out in one episode, and the next episode they're perfectly fine.
Well, because Alpha behind the scenes, there's several Alphas underground. He's Alpha 5.
Yeah, there's
1,000,
and they showed Alpha 6 later on. In the show.
I was talking to so we watched the Mojo Top 10 and it showed Alpha 6 and he was talking, and I remember my mom when they introduced Alpha 6, my mom went, "God, I hope you never talk like that."
Yo.
And
I'm Alpha.
Oh no. It was yo. It wasn't even like a rapper. It was like Malibu's Most Wanted, where you're like, that's offensive. Or this
I'm offended by a robot.
This was their outreach to the black community, and they
yo. No, Zach was definitely their outreach.
No, I know, but then they brought in Alpha 6
because they got
bridge
rid of
that
Zach.
gap, and you're like, God. Well, they know they still had TJ. TJ was
that's
still
right.
there.
He was still there. Yeah. But overall, I like the scratches. Like the colors. I'm pretty sure when they get into Power Ranger mode, it's still going to be super close up, shiny metal floating around. Just because that's kind of what's popular.
I think it's cool that I'm going to look at the Mastodon real quick. It has its guns on it. I remember this in the Mastodon.
It has guns on its arms, right?
Yeah. So,
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, that's cool. So far, it looks to me less like. So in the show, we had, instead of fur, it was just like a bulk plastic or whatever. It was made to look like it was covered with something. These look like they're the skeletons, almost as if they. Because I saw
what?
No.
Oh, you mean when they like converted from? They showed like a mastodon and it converted into the metal one.
Yeah. So you could tell it was a mastodon. Like it looks like a truck. It has stickers on it. It has color.
Yep.
These will probably look more like the skeleton of the Zords.
They're not going to be like. They're not going to be going from. And they show like a Tyrannosaurus Rex turning into it.
No, we might get that. Because I assume that we're going to get.
Remember in the Thunder Zords where they actually showed like a dragon, like, and it turns into it. They did that each time.
But I think that we're going to get. I believe that there's going to be a point when whatever monster grows or if Rita grows.
Make my monster grow.
Make me grow. But no, so the Rangers are going to fight them independently. Like they're all going to be in their Zords and they're going to fight Rita or whatever Goldar or whatever monster she brings. And
the dumbest episodes was whenever the Tyrannosaurus Rex tried to fight the animals by himself.
Oh yeah,
those were the dumbest episodes. They'd have like the Dragon Zord, Megazord, Dragon, whatever that thing was.
Yeah, the Dragon Zord.
No, the Dragon Zord, Megazord. So like the configuration where all the other Zords are in the Dragon Zord. It had like the arms of the Dragon Zord like fold forward and make like a shield on the front of it. It has like a staff.
Oh yeah.
And then they'd have like, well, we've got this other Tyrannosaurus we got to do something with. The Red Ranger has to be doing something. So he's over there like
lonely and sad.
It's like the Tyrannosaurus is like the dumbest animal to be fighting by himself. Like,
well, he couldn't really go hand to hand because he has little.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like.
He like tries to slap them. And
I just always felt bad for the guy that was inside that Tyrannosaurus suit when he's like.
I agree. But wait, doesn't he become like his tail become? No, that's the Dragon Zord's tail becomes the
part of the
spear.
staff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought that. I thought T-Rex did, but
Nope.
no. So
That'd be really weird. It'd just be like this red staff. Like,
I just think that there's gonna be a point where they're gonna be fighting the giant monster, and they're gonna try to form the Megazord, and because they're not in tune, they'll keep trying to form it, and it'll fall apart, and then they have to fight on their own, and then there's gonna be a moment where they're all like getting beaten up, and then the Red Ranger's gonna sacrifice himself or like put himself out there, and they're all like, "Oh no, let's band together," and then they form the Megazord, and we have a
because we're teenagers with
5-minute
attitude.
yeah, we'll have a 5-minute like almost what
Montage.
happened at the end of Transformers.
I thought you meant every episode of the show.
Transformers Execution, Transformers Extinction, even though I never saw it. But I heard like the last 15 seconds was when the Dinobots showed up and did their thing. So that's what I assume is going to happen. Yeah. But no, so just to breeze through, then we'll move on to the Triceratops. I'm struggling. Triceratops. The 3-horn, if you watched
and the Blue Ranger is kind of just putting it all out there.
Yeah, brother's out there posing on it. Is he gonna be that guy who's too cool to do this?
Probably. He's like, I'm too cool to be a Power Ranger. I got stuff to do at 4:30 every day.
I'm not gonna lie though, I think the suits are growing on me. I kind of like the way they look.
You have a tendency for things that you're like, I don't like this, and then that like grow on you. You do have a tendency to do that. You don't stick to your guns on things you really don't like.
I do stick to my guns.
No.
I said this is growing on me. You know what? Why don't you go suck on the back thorn of not thorn, but the claw of the saber-toothed tiger? Why don't you?
I mean, I saw the helmets, like the picture of them from San Diego Comic-Con, and I think that'll kill it for you. When they're wearing the helmets, it's not good.
No, I figured that, but wait a second. Okay, I'm gonna throw an image on the screen. I'll have to make it later, but so the pose of him, it looks like they may have just photoshopped the image from Tony Stark in Iron Man 2 when he's on the donut, and it's the same pose.
It's the same pose.
All he needs is a bag of donuts in front of him. But
I don't know. I'm not.
But I think that's my favorite look of the Zord so far.
I mean, here's my thing though. So like this should have been the thing to like, oh my god, I want to see this movie, right?
Yeah, should have won everyone over.
I am no more excited about this movie than I was before.
Neither am I. But this is the first time we've actually seen the phrase "go go." They've not used that before.
I wasn't like stuck on them using that
go, go,
either way.
Rangers.
We need I want my little iWatch to go beep 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 beep.
All right, well let's talk about the last Ranger, and that is the Red Ranger on top of the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's like his hip. He's like on the top of his hip.
Yeah, he's on the tail. I'm going to assume this is the tail. And this kind of brings us to the point where we were talking. This is probably overcomplicated because the tail just has, and I get it. I know that in this world we have to have all the, for a machine to work, it has to be has to have plates and layers so that it can move and look,
I was okay when they were really rigid and there was just people inside of them, but
yeah,
that was just me.
That's fine. But we also had Pacific Rim where they didn't have to look so, and this is the exoskeleton. It reminds me of in the first Power Ranger movie with Ivan Ooze, the monsters that he released, like the scorpion looking one. That's what this reminds me of.
Okay.
Like what do you call those? Because there was a scorpion and there was an ape, or I forget what the other monster.
Yeah, I believe there was an ape.
But no, that's the look of these actually remind me a lot of those monsters because it's all very exoskeleton-y. But that could also go with the idea that we're going to have
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers, but more of the a skeleton bone. Like they all look like the bones of the dinosaurs. So it might just be an exosuit.
So I wonder if they. So like essentially the Dragon Zord. Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially is Mechagodzilla. I mean, essentially that's what
that's
it
true.
is. So I wonder if they introduce the Green Ranger at some point, if they're going to keep that like Mechagodzilla look, or if they're going to go like all crazy with it. To me, it's too iconic to leave the Mechagodzilla behind.
So Addison pointed out to me a long time ago that the Rita Repulsa character, her outfit looks like the Power Ranger suits.
Wait. I'm the one that told you this. So the fact that she has the green coin,
told me.
She has the green coin in her staff. They revealed the coins.
I know that.
Yeah, I told you this.
I feel like Addison told me this.
No, I told you this.
I'm pretty sure Addison told me this. But no, well, Addison also said Serpentera was a thing.
Yeah.
That she would become Serpentera, but I'm more with Addison's idea that this is the Green Ranger.
I could see it. Is Rita going to go good and be the Green Ranger, or
I really hope not.
Or is she just going to pass the power off to some teenager with an attitude?
Okay, so if I'm going to predict this, and I've heard that they're looking to do, like from 3 to 6 movies. Like that's what they're like. We would really like to make 3 to 6. That's
Lionsgate.
Like 15 years worth of movie. No, more than that. Like 20 years worth of movies.
Depends on how quick they.
How long are these kids gonna be teenagers?
It depends on how quick they can crank them out. I mean, they filmed all the Lord of the Rings together, so I mean, maybe they'll just keep filming.
That's true. But I could see at the end of this movie they beat Rita and her coin gets found by Tommy in the post-credit scene, because God knows we're gonna have a post-credit scene, and she's gonna live on in her coin. Lord Zed shows up, or Goldar comes to avenge her, and that's the second movie. And then at the very end, you find out that Tommy, who found the coin, is possessed by Rita. And then at the very end, he fights her in that steamy room where he fought.
No, I feel like that could be the entire second movie. So he could.
That's what I'm saying. That's the second movie.
Oh no, I thought you were saying there's a third movie.
Yeah, no, that's the second, third, or like second leading to the third.
Yep, gotcha. I could see that.
But that's what makes movies bad now, is that
I hope if they actually got far enough along that they actually change the Zords, which I don't know if they would ever do in the movie.
Probably.
But if they did that, I hope they revamp the costumes to more look like the actual Thunder Rangers or whatever they were, suits from Super Sentai.
Oh no, that'd be cool.
So the White Ranger makes sense. Like as you're a kid, you remember looking back and being like, "Wow, this White Ranger's outfit makes no sense."
Yeah.
Well, it's because in the real show, he's looks like all the other Rangers because they changed all the costumes, but they thought Americans were too dumb.
Well, have you seen our politics lately? They're not exactly wrong.
American kids aren't going to get this. They just got this Power Ranger thing.
Make Power Rangers great again.
Ooh, there's a shirt for you.
Yeah. But okay, so my question now. So we've seen the Zords, which means that we're gonna have a giant monster fight, rather it be Rita or
Eye Guy.
Okay.
Still pushing for Eye Guy.
Well, I'll finish the question. What monster would you like to see them fight? Eye Guy.
Or King Sphinx.
I would like to see King Sphinx.
Or the Night Guy.
That we cannot figure out his name.
Night Guy.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
What about the pig that eats all the food?
Oh, the one they beat by giving him something really spicy and he spits everything up?
Yep.
No, I'm trying to think who would be Goldar. It has to be Goldar, because Goldar's still, from the early stuff before they made him a joke, he was really freaky looking, like scary.
I always thought his mouth was really weird because he's like talking in Japanese and it's like the mouth flaps are with the Japanese, but they didn't obviously change them.
Yeah.
And he's just, his mouth just like sticks open at points. It's just like, and he's just talking. You're like, oh. And his voice was really creepy too.
Okay, so the Black Knight was from Happy Birthday, Zach, which I do remember that episode.
Oh, the Black Knight attacking the Black Ranger. Come on.
Dude.
Just saying.
I just want to find his name. That's all I really want.
Didn't you say it was the Black Knight?
It's showing up Black Knight, showing up the Magna Ranger. It is Black Knight.
It's pretty creative.
I know. No. I guess that is it.
Yep, Black Knight. What about Ivan Ooze?
No, they said no Ivan Ooze.
Well,
he's not technically canon. But none of this should be canon.
Power Rangers has canon?
Well, yeah. Tommy's come back several times.
As Tommy.
Yeah, as Tommy. But no, I know no one can see what I'm looking at, but Travis has an entire display case of Power Ranger stuff, so I'm just looking through it, different monsters. Oh, the Hammerhead Shark.
Ooh, that's a good one. Whoa, where is my Hammerhead Shark?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I love how
I was like, wait, where is my Hammerhead Shark?
We're not coming up with really original ideas. We're just pointing out monsters in the display case. What about that lizard with snake hands and snake legs? That should be one.
Oh, the one that like his whole body opens up. That was kind of cool.
Goldar. No, hands down, let's be Goldar. Let's save up for Lord Zed, which is going to give kids nightmares.
I feel like there should be 2 monster battles in the movie. I could see that. That way they use
No,
the
there will
Zords
be.
twice.
There will be the. I don't think it'll be Zords twice. I think it will be the
like street level.
hand to hand. Yeah, street level, hand to hand, and then the bigger one. But the big.
Are there going to be putties?
No, you'd think so. They're very iconic, but
I always loved how so the first putties you just kind of had to beat the crap out of them, but then Lord Zed's putties that are supposed to be stronger have a thing on their chest, and if you just kick it in them, it just
tap on.
It just stops. And they fly apart.
No, I actually, I think putties would make sense for because it's not our movie, so they have to have the power of showing off their abilities and skills so they can massively take down.
If there's putties, that means we get the little goat guy.
Oh,
Sculptin. Fester. Sculptin. And we get Boo Boo. What's his name?
No, we're not. I doubt we'll get any of the
henchmen
of this. Yeah, because if we're not going to get Goldar, I don't want to see Fester.
Dude, we need a guy to sculpt it. Then we need that little oven.
Well, the cool part was he had that book, and he was like, "Oh, remember this person? He already made them, and he could resummon them." And that was
no
cool.
original ideas. He just had like a sculpting workshop where he was like, "Okay, we'll play by sculpting."
It was like one of those Play-Doh books that comes with an easy sculpt. He's like, "Do I want a sun or do I want a rock?
Okay,
I'm gonna build a rock. I'm gonna make it."
And
orange.
Rita's like, "Master, do you remember when you sculpted that thing?"
Okay, so just a little side story. When me and Travis first got the mics, he said, I should do cartoon voices. But it's the same voice every single time.
Hey, there's plenty of people that do that. There's plenty of people that have the same voice over and over again.
But Fester has the same voice as the creepy nerd of the last episode.
Man.
But no, so are you excited? Like you said.
I'm no more excited than I was.
Really? So this did nothing. This didn't make it worse or better.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
it just is. I feel like I already knew this. Like I knew what they were going to look like.
Well, Notre Dame over here has his opinion. For me, it has changed it because I now at least know that they aren't going super high detailed because that wasn't super detailed like the Transformers.
It could have just been not fully rendered.
But see, why would they post that then? I get it for like Guardians of the Galaxy when they first out their trailer, or even the Batman v Superman one where all the big CG movies, they didn't put the final render out there for their first teaser or trailer. But I feel like if you're making a poster,
how do you know they're actually printing the poster? It could just be like.
But if you're gonna put a digital poster out there, you'd expect them to put at least their best quality out there. They're not rushing out to get a trailer out there to make people happy. But we can assume that a teaser will be released at New York Comic Con.
Oh yes, because they're having a panel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
they're having a Power Ranger panel with the people. So we can only assume that they're going to bombard us with some sort of trailer.
Yeah. So we have to watch that live and then record immediately after.
And they are going to be. I think they said they're revealing the Megazord.
Really?
I think that's what I saw. And I saw that they're releasing a Tomo designed Megazord. So Tomo is an artist, so it's like a stylized Megazord. He's the guy who did those Hot Toys I showed you.
Okay,
the squatter looking Iron Man and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're doing a official Bandai Megazord.
Yeah, I was really hoping the Megazord at least come out more like a Gundam or a Jaeger.
Or not a big Optimus shiny pile of metal. Oh, I can't wait till Jakks Pacific releases their 4-foot tall Megazord. You know, like the Darth Vaders and stuff like that. There's a Megazord.
Oh, you told me this. Yeah.
So it's supposed to come out in November. So
I don't know how I'm going to justify
before
that
Christmas.
to Abby. Like, this is what I want.
Oh, I mean, just wait. They go on sale. Like those things, they don't do that well.
Wait, didn't they already come out with the Megazord?
I mean, they revealed it. It hasn't.
I
hit
thought we
stores
saw
yet.
one in stores already, like a tall one.
Maybe you did. I haven't seen it.
Okay,
I showed you a picture of it.
No, I feel like we saw one at Toys R Us when we went for Star Wars Day.
Nope.
Well,
nope. It didn't get revealed until Toy Fair. So
I don't know what I saw.
Yeah, you just saw something. You probably just saw a Power Ranger because they had those. What was the last round of Power Rangers? They had the Red Ranger.
I think it was a Zord. But
yeah, but Jakks Pacific coming out this November. It's like 4 foot tall,
and
it's it's like the right girth too. I thought maybe like because those figures tend to be like
Very narrow.
skinnier. Yeah, like they're all of them are because like even the Vader was a little like proportions a little off.
Well, when it comes down to it, it's not so much how high it goes; it's more about how thick it is, right?
No, it's like it needs to be the right shape.
Well, I guess to the owner, it should fit. So
no, it just needs to be the right shape. It needs to be to scale. Like it needs to be to scale. It doesn't need to look uber skinny if it's like a character that's not uber skinny.
Okay, so but with all that said, we still are waiting for. We've seen the posters. We're waiting on the trailer next week. We can assume that we will soon find out if they'll be in it, Bulk and Skull, because they'll have to be shown soon.
Yep.
Alpha 5.
I think they're going to take a more serious approach. I think they'll kick Bulk and Skull to the side.
They'll have to have comedic relief. Like there will have to be something because this is a kid. It's not for us. It's
I don't want it to be for us.
I know. I'm just saying there's going to be that kid side. So there's probably going to be Bulk and Skull. Alpha 5 will have to be there. Which would be cool if Alpha was actually
crap. Roger.
Yeah, or an extension of Zordon. Like that's his hands and stuff like that. Like there are a ton of alphas that actually repair the
I think it'd be funnier if they just use the battle droids from Star Wars Episode 1. Roger.
Give me some teenagers with attitude. Roger.
Roger.
Wow.
Or Wally shows up.
Yeah.
Wally?
Danger. But so we Goldar. Any other big Ernie? Isn't that what it's called? Ernie's place or
Ernie's
the
place.
Juice?
Oh yeah, it's like Ernie or something. Yeah, you're right.
The juice bar.
It's like tiki bar thing.
Yeah,
it's the gym basically where they don't go work out and play. It's a rec center or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has his little bars inside of it.
Yeah, but I mean, it can't get any worse. Like I was expecting what we got from what was it called, Power Ranger, when it was Power Space Ranger, the one that was fan made, which was like really dark and. Zach got shot in the back of the head, and
that was dumb. Nobody should have did that.
Well, you see people online who are like, I loved it. That's what I want. That's my Power Ranger. They should grow up with me. Shut up.
Those people probably, I don't know, probably like goth or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a show about guys and a girl, and an American 2 girls, but who wear colorful spandex.
And in this movie, it looks like it might be metal.
But they fight giant monsters, or at the time, people in costumes. And you wanted to make that serious?
Yep.
You wanted to make
with
that...
putties.
Yeah. But if you're going to make it serious, then I want each putty to have a life and a family. So when they cut those bad boys...
Well, that's not... So like a lot of people, it's not like... So the first Ninja Turtle movie... people are like, wow, this is nothing like the cartoon. Well, yeah, it's based on the original comic book, so it's a lot darker. There was source material that design fit.
Yeah.
It's not like if we went back and like, oh, we made like a serious Power Ranger movie. Power Rangers was never serious. Like it wasn't supposed to be. So like it would make no sense to have a serious Power Ranger movie.
I agree.
Like Turtles makes sense why they did it the way they did it, because it was based on the comics, not the TV show. The second Turtle movie was a little more based on the TV show instead of the comic, because they found that it was like, well, this isn't trending well with the kids because they didn't understand why it was so much darker.
Yeah.
Now, and Jim Henson didn't like the fact that the first movie was so violent. And, he made the puppets and whatnot, the animatronics.
Yeah.
But Power Rangers is not serious. Don't try to make it serious. Don't try to make it Iron Man. Make it what it is. Teenagers with attitude that get in a fight every day at 4:30 with a lady who throws her spear in the ground and it makes like an avalanche occur, which then somehow the character that was standing on the ground turns into a ginormous version.
The person who died.
Yeah.
It resurrects them.
Yeah, that happened too.
But I would be happy is if they did the big thing where they slash from a distance, they hit the monster goes, oh, turns backwards, falls over, and then there's just sparks flying everywhere.
And then they turn the Megazord around and it like throws his sword down and he's like posing. Yeah. Or are they going to do it's morphin' time? And then they show with like the background.
I hope so. I really, really hope so. Dun, 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 brown.
Triceratops.
Saber-tooth tiger, Tyrannosaurus. No, I hope so. I hope there's like at least little like nods to the original
Dragon
stuff.
Zord.
Because Pacific Rim, I mean, it was kind of taken seriously, but it was still, they knew what it was. It was a giant robot fight, and that's kind of what I wanted. And they had the same suits that the Rangers are wearing, basically.
I don't know. I just hope they just keep it kind of light spirited. Because like even in the movie when it was like trying to be more serious, like not in the fact of like, like darker as far as like fighting or whatever, but they had some periods where they were trying to be more drama.
Yeah.
And their acting from the TV actors wasn't necessarily
well, the episode where Tommy like tells off Kimberly, I was just like, dang, homie.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I think they should just keep it light and fun.
Yeah.
Well, make us enjoy our childhood again.
Yeah. Like you said, I think we'll do a special episode when the trailer comes out. Whether it's
I feel like we're like the foremost experts on the Power Ranger movie internet. If you're not watching us, you got a problem.
Well, that's how you promote yourself. God, you
we're the foremost. We are the official podcast of the Power Ranger movie.
I was looking for one
until they tell us that we're not.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep saying that.
We bash it and then bash on each other. Actually, sorry, we don't bash on each other, just one person.
We are the official podcast of the Power Ranger 2016 movie. Until they tell us we're not.
We're the unofficial.
No, we're the official.
Unofficial.
Until they tell us we're the unofficial.
All right, folks. Well, as you listen to, we are two Power Rangers fans who will just talk and talk and talk about Power Rangers and the upcoming movie. Travis apparently hasn't been swayed. Same spot he was this morning or yesterday when the images came out.
And when I saw them.
I've tilted a little bit more, towards liking this. Not by much, but I've tilted more.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying I'm kind of in the
I'm just saying I am moving towards that direction from where I was.
I'm just in the middle. Like I'm just kind of on the fence on this one.
Yep, on the fence.
Yep, just on the fence.
But we're posting images every time something comes out, and we'll post about the trailer when it finally comes out, and even images that are shown at New York Comic-Con. And we also have Cincinnati Comic Expo coming up, so we'll have images of that on our social media accounts, token_nerd for Twitter, token_nerd for Instagram, and tokennerd00 for Facebook.
Yeah.
And don't forget to, if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe and like this video. Comment below. Let us know if you're excited about the Power Rangers movie. Do you like the Megazords? If not, you're not alone. But also, if you're listening to us, where can you listen to us at?
You can listen to us on Podbean, which is tokennerdpodcast.podbean.com, or you can check us out on iTunes underneath the Token Nerd Network. While you're there, you'll also get to hear the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, which is a show about the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world, and our friends, the Real Film Geeks, who have been on hiatus for a minute, but hopefully they're going to get back at it soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then at some point this month, maybe next month now, we are going to get our other podcast going, which is if you enjoy things like Power Rangers, which took place in the 90s,
back in the 90s.
We got a show for you. It's called the 90s Kids Club. It's 90s kids talking about 90s crap. So
I like that. I like that little that tag.
Yeah.
But no, so pay attention for that. As always, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Travis.
Stay spicy, my friends. Or what is may the
force be with
No,
you.
what does Zoran say? May the power
what does he say? Let's see.
He says
something. He does.
Zoran always has, something clever to say. But with Bryan Cranston, Zordon says, "May the power be with you."
Is that what he says?
I believe that's what he says. May the power be with you.
Kind of lame.
Zordon.
I wonder if their headquarters is still going to be that building.
The command center?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, you know why? Because that's a real building.
It is. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a real building. It's it's like a Jewish church. It's out in Simi Valley, California. I attempted to go to it one time because it's like right next to where I stay.
Yeah.
And it's apparently like fenced off, like way up in a mountain. You literally can't get to it.
Really?
And you have to be like a part of the like college or whatever that it's on that campus.
That's cool.
So
I'm struggling. I just want to find. May the power protect you. No, that's not it.
May the
it's
force
not on
be
here.
with you.
No.
Well, we're just dragging this out. So
We are.
as always, I'm Travis.
I'm Anthony.
Stay spicy, my friend.
Friends, we're hoping
Hey everyone, this is Travis Lykins from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at token_nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.